Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're talking about the brand new Belmo Storm Identity Ball.
Yep.
This one's very limited in release. We were lucky to get our hands on one of them each. So we're gonna just tell you how it is and if it's basically worth drilling.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
not. So,
Right.
what was your first impression? Before you even drilled it.
My first impression was I thought it was gonna be a lot of down lane motion. I thought it was gonna be a ball that's like designed for Belmo, basically for him to open his angles up, play left to right, and you kind of see that big shape down lane.
What did you see after you drew?
So my first impression, it was very clean, right? And we played around with a bunch of different surfaces on my board. I know you scuffed up yours a little bit too. Mine didn't see the lane. I felt it didn't see the lane soon enough.
Okay.
I probably got a little. We talked about it. Got a little aggressive with probably the Avalon pads. I hit it with 1,000. And I layered it with 3,000, but it just saw it way too soon.
Okay.
Got a little forward too quick, and I didn't really see enough angle now at that point down lane. Then we changed the grit to about 4,000, and it shaped much better down lane for me.
Okay.
Retained a little bit more energy, and I saw a little bit more pop off the spot.
Okay.
What about you? First impressions. Before this ball came out, what were you thinking? What were you thinking you were going to get out of this ball?
You know what? I've kind of been a fan of some of the Belmo balls, but they've all been symmetrical, right? So they've been great for me when the lanes burn up. I have to get a little bit more left. There's a lot of friction. This one I just expected to be stronger, just because it's asymmetrical. Number one, it's got a pretty strong core in it.
Right.
So I expected it, like what you said, to be a Belmo ball, to be pretty angular, to essentially get down the lane, but still read the lane early enough for some of the patterns that he would see.
Yeah. So now you've thrown it a couple times, fresh out the box, and then we talked a little bit about after you hit it with the pad. So what did you see out the box with it?
Yeah, I mean, pretty similar to you. It was definitely a little cleaner than I expected. But definitely just the finishing process. My experience with the Rex Pearl cover stock is that it tends to be very clean for me, especially out of the box.
And you like the Rex? Rex typically does well for you especially on patterns and stuff like that. More patterns than house conditions, right?
Yeah, but I've consistently taken the polish off. For that reason. It just tends to be a little bit too clean for me, and I kind of saw the same thing here. So I did scuff it with a little bit of a 3,000, 4,000 pad, just to break the shine just a little bit.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's still shiny.
Yeah.
But it's not dull by any means, and it actually read the lane really well.
Yeah, yours rolled really well. You saw a lot of the continuation down lane with yours.
Yeah.
Where does this fit in your bag for you in terms of your arsenal? Is this a ball that's I'm going to presume it's going to be obviously on the earlier side. So where does it fit more on the earlier side for you? Is it a fresh out the game one ball? Is it a right after one of the stronger asymmetrical solid balls? Would you kind of jump into something like that?
Yeah. So with the cover, I think it's a little too responsive to be on the fresh. Even with surface, I still think the ones could read the pattern really hard, a little bit on the friction. So it's going to be a little bit more tricky to use it on the fresh, I think, in most environments. For me, it could be either a second ball in the bag or even a third ball, depending on the conditions that I'm on. My intention was that I've been a big fan of the RST Hyperdrive lately. So I wanted to build this, to be a step down from that.
Makes sense.
And it kind of looks like it's
you're still in that strong ball, but now you're a little bit cleaner than that Hyperdrive ball.
Yeah. So what about you? Where do you see it?
Still figuring it out.
Okay.
So we got league tonight, and we're both. This wasn't fresh when we shot the video on. So I'm curious to see how it does respond on the fresh. I may bring the grit down a little bit for league tonight, just to kind of blend it out a little bit more. So still need to figure that out. But to your point, it's going to be somewhere on the earlier side. Maybe right after. For house shots, it may be game one. It may be a game two ball, but I don't see myself being in a game three or longer than that. It's just way too strong of a ball. And then same thing on patterns and stuff like that. It would probably be like a second or third option after my stronger stuff starts to fade and go away, and I need something a little bit cleaner and something that's going to give me a little bit more strength down lane, but still be able to read the mid lanes.
Yeah, it certainly makes sense. And so the pressing question I think would be, if you had to redo everything, this ball is very limited. It's hard to get. Would you drill it again, knowing what you know today?
I would probably change the layout on it. I would probably wouldn't go so strong with the layout. I'd keep it on the cleaner side. This was like a low 4-inch pin, so I'd probably be in the upper 4-inch or even a 5-inch pin.
Yeah.
Just to get it to be a little bit cleaner and give me more shape, down lane. That's kind of the only thing I would alter with this. What about you?
I liked what I saw out of it. I went longer with mine, the 5-inch pin, just because I understood that the strength of the core, I guess. Right. So I wanted to give it my fairest chance to be usable.
Right.
And usually me and strong drills and strong cores, they don't really match up very well. So I did go with that 5-inch pin just so I can get it to the front a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things we didn't touch upon is the spec numbers of the ball, and the numbers on the diff is at least 5.5, right?
Yeah.
We're looking at, so it's very, very strong. It's a high flaring ball.
It is.
At that point, you have a strong layout on it that just wants to see the lane super early.
Yeah.
So
who do you think this ball would be good for?
Jason Belmonte.
It is. Totally. It's his ball, all right. So I'm shoot 300 with it already.
It's a great question. I can see low rev guys getting on it, like especially in like league tonight where they kind of walled up where there's so much friction to the right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of oil in the middle. Like a guy that doesn't have a lot of hand, they can play to the right and kind of play up the lane with this ball. And they could do what we're telling you not to do, where they go with the stronger pin with the high diff, and they can kind of blend out the lane that way, a ball like this, and hit it with a little bit of a pad. Yeah. And then on the other side of it, like you're a higher rev guy, and you saw how well the ball rolled playing left to right with it. So It's good for a multitude of players. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to reviewing the next ones with you guys.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you.